Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I am sick, but I wanted to get another DIY video out of the way, and because I really enjoy doing these, and it's Christmas time, the best time of year, I thought what better way to show you one of my favorite crafts. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making a embroidery hoop wreath. A lot of words, but what we're going to be using is this pretty large embroidery wreath from Hobby Lobby. I believe this was just a little over $2, and it's like 12 inches. They do have some bigger ones, but I like this size because the bigger one has this huge notch right here that you'd have to have a whole bunch of stuff to hide it. Anyway, like I said, a little over $2. I got this fabric from Walmart. This was, I believe, $3. I've already used a little bit of it, but I've got so much left that I could probably make 4 of these, possibly 5, and then obviously some little ornaments as well, which is another thing that you can do with this because they do make the pretty tiny ones that are about 3 inches. Without further ado, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So if you're not familiar with embroidery hoops, they have this second ring. So what you would do first is loosen this up. And take the second one out. So this one doesn't have an opening, just this one. So we're going to put the smaller one underneath our fabric. And because I want to use this fabric more than once, I try to save as much room and not leave too much excess off. But you do need to leave some room so that you can cut, so that you can glue it on. So now I'm just putting this on top of the one on the bottom. Okay, so we need to make sure it fits on there, and then you see how it's all wrinkly. We don't want that, so you just pull it on all of the sides. Alright, so that's what that would look like. Still a little bit wrinkly. I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to take it off in just a little bit, because we're also going to add some vinyl, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So right now we're going to cut off the excess of the fabric and then print off our vinyl. So that is what we are left with. What we will be doing later is we're going to be folding this in, but when you have it up against something white, you can see that, so you don't want to leave that much excess. But because we are going to be putting something on this, and we can't really just iron it on because this isn't a flat surface, we're going to take this off anyway, and then we'll be able to line it up better. So I'm going to remove this, leave that for a rainy day. And you see how it's all wrinkly because of it being folded. I'm just going to take my iron and just iron this out flat, and then we'll put our vinyl design on here, and then we'll finish up our wreath. The last thing we're going to do real quick is measure how big we need to make our design. And with that, I'm going to be using our smaller ring. And measure from the inside. The inside is 12. I don't want to use up that entire space, so I'd probably just use this much. So about 9 because I'm basic, it's probably just going to say Merry Christmas, so it'd be about 8.5 by 5 at the biggest. I went with the gold glitter instead of red glitter. I went online and I saw what red looks like in front of this pattern, and it's like hypnotizing, so it's kind of hard to read sometimes. So I went with this. Now because it is a checkered pattern, I want to make sure that they're straight instead of doing something like this. Now I'm going to put my design on. Only permanent. Do what we did in the very beginning. We are going to put this part on the bottom, and we're going to line up first before we make anything permanent. That is about right. I just have to fix this part because this part's crooked. Alright. So now I'm going to tighten it, and then we are going to cut off the excess, and then we are going to glue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of the excess off. So this needs to be like half that. Now I'm going to plug in my glue gun, and then we are going to fold these edges over. I'm going to trim this up a little because this is a little too long. Okay, we should be good to go. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be gluing along the edge right here and then folding each section over. Last thing is you just need to make sure that you get all these little strings that the glue left, because you will be able to see that when it's against the white door. If you don't have a white door, not that big of a deal. just check and make sure all your pieces got glued down good. You need to be careful that you don't get glue like on this, because that's another thing. It'll make it look like a wet spot and it won't ever go away. Alright. That's about all of those. So that's what it looks like right now. So what we could do is we could put a big bow right here. We could add some greenery, and then you need to make something in the back so you're able to hang it. And because I didn't go into depth about making this design, I'm just going to make a quick bow really quick, because most of us know how to make bows. If you don't, it's super easy. Just look up a YouTube tutorial on how to do that, and then we will finish this video. Okay guys, here is the finished look. I just went ahead and did that bow. I will link the video that I used to make this bow. This is literally the only bow I know how to make, so I make it for all of my wreaths. Yeah, this is the finished look. This is what I was talking about earlier, just attaching a tiny ribbon to the back so that it can hang on a hanger. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.